That's for you, Rafael.
That's for you, Rafael.
Fala galera, eu sou o Cauê Paciornik, tá começando mais um Cauê Entrevista. Hoje estou novamente com ele, Shawn James. So, hey Shawn, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm
I'm
good.
pretty good too. I'd like to start, before we start, I'd like to say that when we met 2 years ago, I was going through some moments in my life, and I used to work with communication for over 10 years. And I decided to be an independent journalist and start my solo career.
Yeah.
My show called Entrevista.
Yeah.
And you were the first singer that I interviewed. So
really,
I'd like to say
that was the first one.
Yeah, you were the first
amazing.
one. And I'd like to say that you were very special to me. I'm very happy to be here with you again.
It's good to be back again, man.
Yeah.
You know, we're always excited to return to Brazil.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
I can't believe it was 3 years ago.
2 years.
2
That
years
was
ago. Okay.
24.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've done many more since then.
I want to do more with you. Okay? And I can say that moment was a kind of passage in my life. Working as independent.
A transition.
A transition.
You might say. Yeah.
And now we're here to talk about your new album, Passage.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know, what's the meaning of this record to you?
It's a few things, but the number one thing that I find with it is why I use the word transition. I feel like, you know, as I'm getting older, I'm leaving behind things that don't serve me anymore, and I'm becoming more the person that I want to be. And Passage was kind of me processing all of that in the moment last year, and it's my journey through that, to be honest. It's like looking at my life and being appreciative of some things, and then finding other things that I need to let go. And then other things like looking at the world and being like, wow, there's a lot of messed up things happening. And a lot of the way I deal with it is through music. So it's a way for me to let it go. Another thing, a heavy theme of the album is being burnt out as well, because I was burned out. Like you say, you know, being a solo entrepreneur and the way you are and doing things on your own, it's freeing, it's creative, and it's beautiful. But it also is a lot of pressure.
Yep.
And a lot of trying to keep up and, you know, social media, likes, followers, subscribers, more ticket sales, more this, more. But it never ends. So that was a big feeling that I was feeling. I was feeling burned out from it all. And songs like Tired of Trying, Sometimes, and It's All Right, are kind of me processing that, coming to terms with it, and finding a way to balance it to feel more healthy about it all. So I feel much better now because I was able to release the emotions in Passage.
Awesome. Can we say that album was a kind of therapy for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I believe
when
that.
I was writing it, I almost didn't realize it. It was after the fact, after I wrote it, and then I got it mixed and mastered, and I was listening to it 6 months later, and I was like, oh man, because I hadn't decided on the album artwork till much later. And I was like, what am I gonna do with the album artwork? What's this album about? And then it hit me, everything we just talked about.
Great.
And I was like, how can I embody that? And that's when I came up with the artwork design and everything. So yeah, it's absolutely music therapy for me.
Great.
Most of my music is.
Great, thank you for sharing this.
Yeah.
And now I'd like to talk about an old song. Can you imagine that? It's not that we're not going to talk today about TV shows or video games.
Okay.
No
That's
TV
fine,
shows or
that's
video
fine.
games.
Even
today.
if you wanted to, it's okay.
I like that. We talked last time. But today I want to talk with you about American Hearts.
Oh.
Yeah, because I received a comment on my YouTube channel from a fan called Rafael.
Okay.
And he would like to know about how was to record that music in a wolf sanctuary.
That is a story and a half, and I am so glad that you're asking that because I have a good story for that one.
So tell us.
So we were on our first tour ever in Colorado, and it was during the winter time. I don't know why we chose that time because it's brutal weather in Colorado to tour. But we were dumb, we were young, and we said, let's go. So we go, and one of the first shows we had, and this is before we were known, this is like 2013. I had just put out my first album in August 2012, and we were touring in like February of 2013. So one of the shows we had was playing in a coffee shop attached to a music store at like 1 p.m. Weird vibe, weird show. We get there and we're like, oh, this isn't even a real venue. Like, what did we do? But there were 2 people that showed up, 2 or 3 people that showed up. They were all friends. And they had found me through another video I had uploaded to YouTube. And they came out, and quickly, I was just like, it was just like us talking now. I was just like, are you guys here to see us? And they're like, yeah. And I was just talking to them through the show like it was nothing.
Wow.
And anyways, we made friends. And after the show, they were like, well, what are you doing? Where are you staying? And we were like, we're just going to stay in our vehicle because, we were new to this and we're just, we're broke. And they invited us to come and stay at their house. So we went to their house. The next day, the guy goes, I know you seem to like wolves. You have some songs about wolves. There's a wolf sanctuary about a half hour into the mountains. And he was like, you should call them and just see if they'll let you go. And I was like, what do you mean just call them and see if they'll let me go? So I call him up and this old mountain man answers.
Wow.
And it was kind of, I could tell he was lonely. He was kind of a little cuckoo, And he was like, come on, y'all, bring it on down. Come see the wolves. And I was like, okay. He said, yeah, let's go. So as we go out there, there's like a snowstorm. So it's snowing, it's kind of a blizzard. We go into the mountains, we get there, we step out of the car, and you look up. It's in a valley surrounded by mountains. Yeah. So you look up and there's trees all around as well. And when we look up, you see these faces start to peer around the trees, these wolves. And so we get there, the guy introduces himself. He looks exactly how I thought he would. He is exactly how I thought he would. He's like a crazy mountain man. So this wolf sanctuary, it rehabilitates wolves, ones that maybe have gotten too close to humanity, and either they were terrorizing towns, killing pets, killing animals, doing things. So their goal, or people who try to have wolves as pets, and then something bad happens. And so they try to rehabilitate wolves to go back into the wild. They put them with, when I say they're in enclosures, this is like 3-4 acres of woods that's an enclosure. It's a huge piece of land, and there's like 40 of them all over this huge property. So we get there, the guy introduces himself, and he says, okay, well, you want to go meet some wolves? And we were like, yeah, let's go meet them. So he brings us to a couple friendly ones, and they're massive. You think they're like dogs? They're huge, man. They're huge. And then I was like, well, is it cool? We have our videographer with us. Can we sing a song around them? And he was like, no one's ever done that, but sign this paper. And yes. And I was like, what? So basically the paper said, we're not responsible if you die.
You're doing, for yourself.
Yeah, for yourself. This is your choice. So we're like, okay, we did it. And it was me, my mandolin player, our videographer, and the 2 or 3 friends that we had met.
Wow.
They brought us out there. And so the guy goes, okay, I've got the perfect wolves or wolf for you to play for. His name is Rajan, which means king in Indian. And I was like, okay, tell me about him. He's like, well, he's 180 pounds, huge wolf. And they say we got him because he was one of the ones that was terrorizing a town. He got too close to humanity. He was stealing pets, killing animals, almost kind of maybe, getting too close to the kids and stuff. Like, it was getting dangerous. So they transported him to him. Well, when they get the wolves, normally they'll put them with a pack to simulate what it's like naturally in the wild. Okay. So they put him with the pack, and the guy says, this wolf, we had him with a regular pack. They went to bed, he woke up in the morning, he went to check on him, and he had killed every single male of the pack.
What?
8 of them. He had only left the females. And I was like, this is the wolf you want us to play for? Cool. This is why you had us sign the paper then. Great. So it's a long story. I hope you don't mind. But we'll get there.
I'm loving it.
So he's like, okay, this is how it's going to go. We're going to go into the enclosure. The wolf's going to come up to you, and it's going to tell you whether you're good or not. And I was like, what do you mean whether we're good or not? I'm like, what do you mean? And he's holding a bucket of red meat.
Wow.
And he's like, oh yeah, if you're good, I'll tell you you're good. If not, I'll throw the meat and you'll be fine. I was like, okay.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, so we go in. And at this point, I'm kind of nervous, obviously.
I can't even imagine.
And then I see it so it runs past me. let me back up. He's like, stand up in a line. So it's me and my mandolin player, because we're the only two that are doing this. So we stay in a line, and he's behind us, and the wolf's in front of us. The wolf runs past us fast, runs past us again, circles around us a little bit. And at this point, I see him. His paws are like my whole hand. His arm is like huge, man. He's massive. So he comes up slowly, he comes up to me first. And he walks up, circles around me, comes to my front again, kind of goes down and looks at me. And I'm standing there. And then I'm standing there with my hands by my sides, right?
Yeah.
Kind of nervous. And he puts his muzzle underneath my hand and does this, like a dog. Like he wants me to pet him. And I was like, it's now or never. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. So I reach out and I pet him like a dog.
Come on.
And he was fine. He loved me. It was all good. And so the guy goes, see, you're fine. Back up. So I take a step back and the wolf goes to my friend. He takes one sniff. He goes down and he goes, and starts growling. So the dude throws the piece of meat. The guy chases after it, and he's like, "Okay, let's play the song now." And I was like, "Oh, okay, right now."
Showtime.
Showtime. So we turn around, we start playing, and if you watch this video, look at my friend. Look at my friend who he growled at. The whole time he's playing, he's looking behind him, scared. And I'm just like smiling and relaxing because I knew the wolf liked me. It didn't like him. So the biggest part of this is when we're performing in the wolf sanctuary. It's snowing. There's like a snowstorm. There's the mountains, the trees behind us. You see, if you look closely, the wolves behind us in the background, kind of like pacing. And then right when the chorus hits, the big wolf, Rajan, starts howling, and 40 to 50 wolves on this mountain start howling in unison in a choir, and it chills. You see me smiling because I didn't know anything was gonna happen. It was one of the best moments of my life, and I know I'll never be able to recreate that again. It's just once in a lifetime moment. So
man, what a great story.
Yeah.
That's an amazing video of the nature.
Yeah.
Now you told us the backstage. That's for you, Rafael.
That's for you, Rafael. It's people messaged me and commented. If you look at the video, I don't know if the comments are still on, but they would message me and be like, this video's fake. It's a green screen. Yeah. The sounds are added in, and I was like, oh,
but there was no AI at this time.
There's no AI. I was like, no way, it's not fake. I went through that. Like, that was real. You can see, well, hey, it's freezing. So my fingers are freezing. And if you look at our feet while we're there, we're like slipping on the ice as we're playing too. So it was an experience and a half.
Now I'm gonna pay more attention to
the
video.
Go look at it again. Zoom in, see the details. Yeah.
Very great story.
Yeah, man.
And Shawn, to finish, I always ask that if you have to choose one song to listen every day for the rest of your life, which song would you choose?
Oh, that's such a hard question, man. It's gonna change for me, but there are a handful of songs that I could listen to every single day and not get tired of. One of them is an artist. He's an older artist from France that I only discovered in the last couple of years. His name is Charles Aznavour, and there's a couple songs by him. One is La Bohème. And then the other one is called Yesterday When I Was Young. And those two songs, there's something about the French language and the way he sings and the old school quality of it that like itches my brain in a weird way and gives me chills every time I hear it. So those are two of my favorites.
I'm gonna check these artists.
Yeah, I could have said some of the ones that I always say, but I was like, oh no, this is one that recently I found that like I've been obsessed with.
Just to let you know, in our first interview, I asked you which song would you play for the rest of your life, and you said Through the Valley.
Well, because it was the least popular, and then it's the most popular, and it's a song that I never thought would be what it is, and there's almost like a haha, it was good, you know what I mean? It was good enough, like it's like approving, you know what I mean? It's beautiful.
Man, thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
A pleasure to be here with you again. Hope you have a great time in Brazil, and let me know when you come back because we'll do our third interview, okay?
I love it, brother. I
Thank you,
man.
I love it.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Obrigado.
If we just go down slow, so don't tread on me, for I am your brother. I was born with an American heart, and don't tread on her, for she is your sister. She was born